Alright, roll 1d100.
Really?
Yep.
Oh
This,
god.
this is the rule for when you fumble.
No, gee, I just think it's so fucking funny. 81.
Okay, so you save. Pretty much, it's just so packed right now to where, like, with that quick look, you couldn't really gather how Sakura felt or was acting. It was just so brief and it's so loud and congested.
And I don't see any other people in the nurse's office like sitting in chairs or like if they have side rooms, are the doors like closed? Can I see that from here?
You can actually see some other people in the lobby there, essentially. One of them appears to be wearing like a blue button-up shirt and has like blonde-ish hair off to one side like that, and he's sitting like in the waiting room next to another man with like a bit of a chestnut brown like goatee and hair slicked back, wearing a white suit, and they're talking back and forth to one another. And then there's a few staff members in there as well. You can also see there's a bit of a mess that's been cleaned up from where someone else was sitting in the waiting room.
Okay, and as far as I can tell, no one in there is like acting panicked because I basically fumbled.
You would be able to gather that everything's being taken seriously, you just don't know what type of seriousness. Like concerned, motivated, upset, you can't really discern that.
Yeah, now she's thinking what Vlad was saying about Kenzo getting weird and like being grilled about how she felt about Ray and like staying away and all this stuff. It's not like she could feign an injury to get in there because she already walked up to the glass and was like, girl, what the fuck? She'll turn and see, is there anyone else like observing this situation besides her? Like, or is everyone just going back to their room?
The majority of it outside of the infirmary is everyone going back to their dorms, essentially. Like, there's just a big wealth of people moving. Like,
and they locked the door from the inside of the infirmary?
Yeah, specifically because they didn't want anyone new going in there.
And there's no other way to get in there besides that door?
There would be the fire escape around back if you really wanted to do that, but you can also see that the headmistress is making her way through the crowd to the infirmary.
She'll wait for the headmistress, I guess, to come up to the door.
Okay. Sorry, go on.
And she'll say, she'll say, sorry, headmistress, I missed my earlier, volunteer orientation with the nurse's office.
And then when she gets to the door and you say that to her, she kind of crooks her head and goes, I'm sure they'd understand you not coming to this one.
She'll look very concerned at Sakura. And she'll say, I was worried about my friends, but also I don't know if my cousin's roommate would be here, but he said he wasn't doing well, so just wanted to see if they were okay.
Who's your cousin's roommate?
Kenzo.
I can assure you, Mr. Iwata is not involved with this at all. Two, as far as Miss Harrow's concerned, she was just here for when things started to happen. She's being updated and she'll be out of the building momentarily.
Okay. Is it alright if I wait for her to walk her back?
So long as the both of you get back to your dorms by the deadline, I really don't mind either way.
Okay, so if she can like, if she opens the door, if she could slip in and, like, sit in a corner while she's waiting.
Yeah, you get the feeling that, like, she's aware of you doing this, and, like, had it been more of, like, a calm situation, she'd pretty much just be like, no, wait outside, but she lets it go because there's more pressing issues right now, is the vibe.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely...
You get from her demeanor. And then when she goes to the desk, you can sit down, and you notice that you're 2 chairs away from the other 2 figures sitting in that room. The man with the blonde hair and the blue shirt, and the other one wearing the all-white suit.
She'll kind of look over at them. Does she recognize who they are at all?
You would recognize the man in white as Mr. Simmons. He's been around the school a bit. He has had a visitor pass the last few days, and he's mostly just been around the school. The other person with him you don't recognize, but you get the feeling that, like, he works with or for him.
Okay, she'll see what she can overhear of their conversation, but she'll keep her head down. Like, she won't turn and say anything to them, but she's trying to see if she can get more information.
I guess roll me a stealth. Roll good.
Fucking hope so. Don't let me down. Oh no! A good old 9.
So, you hear them talking and you lean in, and then he goes, "Well, Mr. Simmons, I got here as fast as I could. What do you need?" And he's like, "Well, Agent Kennedy, I'm gonna need you to keep an eye on things." And then when you hear Kennedy, you lean over, and then Sakura's backpack kind of just like falls off your shoulder, then like spills out onto the floor. Then they both just stop talking and look at you. And then the man with the blonde hair gets up and starts like shuffling it back into the bag for you.
She'll okay. She's not dumb enough to feign like being faint right now. Because that would be really stupid. She kind of looks embarrassed and she's like, sorry, sir, and she'll look at Simmons. Just waiting so I could get my friend back to her room.
Simmons will just say, "It's fine. Accidents happen." And then the man with blonde hair that shuffled all your stuff up basically gets it all back into the bag and closes it. Then picks it up and holds it out to you. "Are you alright? You look a little distressed."
Well, I was just worried when I didn't see my friend, and I guess she'll gesture towards Sakura in class, and there were other students missing, so I just wanted to make sure she was okay.
Well, your friend seems to be fine, and I don't blame you for being panicked. I've gone through this kind of thing before. And then he'll just hand you her backpack back.
He'll take it and kind of wrap her arms like backwards, like holding it through the straps, and kind of glance. And she'll say, she says, "Well, I also noticed this weird substance on a desk."
When you say that, Simmons' ears kind of perk up a little bit, and then Leon looks back at Simmons, and then he'll basically just give a nod, and then they both get up. "Well, I think we should get there, Leon." And then Leon will say, "Yeah, no kidding. Thanks for the update, kid. Take care of yourself." And then they both leave out the glass doors.
Kind of shift to see if she can like walk closer to the desk and see if Sakura's ready to go or like what's going on.
When you walk up closer to the lobby, you just hear the nurse basically say, "Does all of that information get you everything you need to know, Miss Harrow?" And then she goes, "Yes, I suppose so. Are they all gonna be okay? Right now they're stable, but we're getting some outside help is all I'm at liberty to tell you, and I wish I had more. I appreciate you helping me move them. It's a little hectic right now, Sakura." And she just kind of nods and just sighs and goes, "Okay, if I can do anything else, I'd love to. I'll be at my dorm." And she goes, "I appreciate that." And then Sakura leaves. "Oh, hey, Annika. What's up?"
I just brought your backpack.
"Oh, thanks." And she does like the generic like half smile thing, trying to like not show how she's feeling, and then takes it, and her backpack matches her like neon pink blazer and skirt.
She's gonna kind of loop an arm through her elbow, and sort of like once they are in the hallway, like steer them towards her room. Because I'm assuming Sakura has a roommate.
Yeah, I'd say you two are both house beacon, but you don't share the same room.
Yeah, so she'll be steering her towards, like Annika will be steering her towards Annika's room, and she'll say, "Well, what is it you say? It's better to get through this together." And she kind of tries to sound supportive, but it comes out a little flat.
She kind of she gives a little bit of a laugh as the two of you are like looped and you walked out. And I'm just gonna tell it to you like this: how tall is Annika as a character roughly?
I believe I said she was 5'5".
Okay, well Sakura's like 6'1.5", so she's clearly like much taller than you.
Oh, this is comically funny.
Yeah, and then she walks up. No, it's just I'm a little worried. Can we just stop at the fountain on the way?
The where?
The fountain.
Yeah. I was, I know you're probably going to be like, stop asking. I don't talk to them every day. But Vlad dropped by and was very, very cryptic about Ray.
Sakura immediately tilts her head and you can see her eyes widen a little bit. What'd he say about Ray?
He said I shouldn't... Well, he asked how much I liked them. And then said I should stay away from him. And nothing else. And then in class, you and Ricky were gone, and there was like this weird purple. It was purple, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there was this weird purple substance on the desk. My family gets so cryptic. It's annoying. I wish they'd just come right out and say like, we don't approve of him. Not like I fucking care. I don't know, I haven't spoken to him in a while.
Oh, the reason I wasn't in class, Annika, was Ricky fell out in his desk when class was just starting. And
okay.
I took him to the nurse's office, and Miss Tatiana told me that there are other students like Ricky, and do you have somewhere to sit down?
I would say they probably walk to the fountain. If the fountain has like seats next to it, and she'll because they have a height differential here. She's pretty tall. I think Annika would probably perch like on the a part of the fountain where she could be more eye level. Because she is a little bit shorter.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, soccer is like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, so she'll kind of like boost herself up on one of the, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
sides
just
of the fountain.
say like one of the marble like edges of the fountain. There's enough space for you to sit on.
Yeah.
And then as you're sitting at the fountain, she kind of just looks around a little bit. Ray was one of the first ones that fell out this morning.
And what, was like sick? Like,
he seems really sick. I was helping them move them as they came to the nurse's station. I only brought Ricky there, but there's 7 in total locked up right now.
Do they need help? Maybe you could put good word for me and I can...
I don't know if they want any students there. I begged up and down to be allowed to help, but they wouldn't let me stay.
You know, I think the teachers might know more. And she looks actually... I'd say Sakura's pretty good at reading past her bravado, and like they probably actually bonded on like a here are my fears and what I really want to do with my life kind of level. And Annika will say, well, I got up in class to get one of the extra books. And the way the teacher answered the phone call, it sounds like they've known something was happening. Like, the way she said it, she was like, oh, I didn't know it was that bad. Whatever it is.
I mean, it's been a thing that's been happening throughout the first leg of the day. I mean, Ray was the first one to fall out, Ricky was like the 3rd or 4th, and they just kind of trickled in slowly but surely, so it makes sense if they knew about it. Annika, I just don't know. It's a little scary.
Oh my gosh, I wonder... Do you know if Kenzo was there?
No one's seen Kenzo. He's been gone all day.
'Cause I came down with your stuff because I wanted to make sure that you were okay. And the headmistress, when I said I want to make sure my friends are okay, and, you know, like, Vlad is his roommate, Vlad said something like he thinks Kenzo's losing it or something.
I mean, he did seem really upset when we'd gotten ourselves knocked out of the competition before he even had a chance to really do anything in that last round.
Yeah. Well, you know, Vlad is usually... Like, we kind of started school around the same time, even though he's a little older than me. And he seems really on edge about Kenzo, like concerned, but... And she kind of trails off, like, lost for words, like, trying to put the pieces together, but she knows she's missing a chunk of it, and she's starting to realize, like, I'm just glad you're okay.
And then she puts her hand on your shoulder. Listen, I'm not going anywhere, Annika. You don't have to worry about me. Besides, I'm strong enough as she does, like, that kind of motion. Because, like, damn girl, she is strong. But back in character. She gives you another solemn look. Go find out what you can before you head back to the dorm. I'm gonna take advantage of the free time that I've got to go tell Ray's friends what's happened.
Alright, but promise me you'll sleep over tonight.
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
Well, I don't know, like, we said we were gonna go back to the dorms, and we're kind of, like, both deciding sort of not to. But she seems, she tries to say it like that, but Sakura basically knows, like, so she could keep an eye on her type thing. Like, if something weird's happening and kids are just, like, collapsing and secreting weird liquid. It's like put her on edge.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll be over there. We'll be fine. Besides, your nails need a new coat, but just be careful and I'll be back as soon as I can, okay?
Alright.